Welcome back for another Anime and Beyond episode reaction. I'm Noah.
I'm Devin.
And if you're new here, welcome. I knew you were going to laugh at that when I did that.
Oh no.
Last week we finally got to the fight that we've been waiting for. You get the leader of the Liberation Army, re-destro, versus the leader of the... I was going to say Liberation Army, Shigaraki. No, the leader of the League of Villains. I don't know. Was the fight what you expected it was going to be?
Honestly, I thought that re-destro was going to pull out some crazy, like, I don't know, like, because his face was going black.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
And his... Like, then he started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I thought he was going to go, like, some type of, like, new, like... I don't know, demon type mode or something. I don't know.
But kind of was close.
I mean, kind of close, but now he's just big and strong. I don't know. I guess it was a little underwhelming because he's just really strong.
Okay.
You know?
I thought the fight was good, but we didn't see the whole thing. That's true. We didn't see the whole fight, and then it was weird because he talked up his attack that he did for Shigaraki, but Shigaraki got up and walked around.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple broken fingers, but Midoriya's been there, done that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so it was cool to see his quirk, which is he builds up stress and uses his energy. And then we got to see Shigaraki do something that re-destro didn't know about. He could use his ability without all five fingers touching.
Mm-hmm.
And now then we jump into the backstory.
Yeah. I think he was trying to prevent that the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And he said, what we're seeing here is, how did he word it? Something about like some growth. We're seeing him like, I don't know if he mentioned awakening, but we're seeing it happen. Like he's
right.
growing throughout this fight.
Yeah. And then, that was sad seeing his mom. Who was running towards him while he was like destroying everything. These episodes make you kind of understand how these villains got to where they are. Like why they're crazy. Like twice, I want to hear Dabi's. I really want to hear Dabi's.
We're getting close though because we've heard everybody's backstories besides Dabi, Mr. Compress, Makia, and then the Doctor. Oh, maybe we won't because if Makia comes up and cleans up shop.
Oh, that's
Makia
true. Yeah, Makia might just it's either gonna be between Shigaraki and de-destro or Maki is just gonna kill all.
That was also
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So even though the show ended very sad because of what happened with the whole family and shit. Honestly, that was such a huge stress reliever for him because he was getting stressed out. Last week I thought that his quirk was causing him to itch, but in reality I think it was the stress.
Yeah.
The stress of just always being told you're wrong, whatever, and getting in trouble all the time.
Right.
And that was just causing nervous tick or something like
Yeah.
that. My favorite part of the episode was when they got scared and they're like, bro, we didn't know about this. They're hiding this from us.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see. But if you're new here and you like My Hero Academia or reactions like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified for videos like this in the future. That said, let's jump into the reaction.
Let's get it. I mean, what do you do after that?
Oh, this is why he said the hero never came.
Oh,
He would have killed him.
is he scratching the crap out of himself? And that's where the story began. I thought he was cutting himself because he was scratching so much.
Himself, yeah. What do you think he meant by that? If somebody reached out their hand, killed him, and then would the itch have stopped? Or if someone would have reached out their hand, he would have just went with them, kind of like he did with All For One?
I think he would have. Oh, I didn't notice that. I think he would have. I think it's kind of a two-bird, one-stone thing. Like,
Gotcha.
he would have tried to go with him, but
So a bird in the hand is worth two in a bush.
yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I gotcha.
I didn't say that,
Okay.
but that's what I meant.
I
didn't say it.
And that's what I heard.
But that's what I meant. What in the world was he doing? That was nuts.
Oh, that was an instinct to get him. So we kind of talked about this last time. Like, he's associating using that quirk and killing people with kind of relieving his stress and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a try to cope mechanism. Yeah.
But that was kind of helped. He was led that way by All For One.
Yeah. Oh, that's when it first started.
Saving?
Storing. He can store it up?
Hmm.
Oh, you just killed someone.
What?
What the heck?
Origin. Oh, we got a second backstory coming. Whoa, so he can destroy energy now too?
Oh. Dang, that was kind of cool.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
What? Fear and stress? He's like a little mob boss.
What in the world? Oh.
Oh, he's creating stress for himself?
So he's putting himself in more stress.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, so this is a... Wow.
He's right, though. It's working.
Hakai. Bro.
Did he get his arm, too?
Oh, I think he can regenerate, can he? There he goes.
Ah, his quirk awakening was his own liberation.
Nah, bro. Oh. Oh, he's going a little too... This is how he destroys the city.
Yeah. How is he getting his equipment in the air? Oh, because I guess he went back to normal. Yeah, this is what we were talking about last time.
Dang. Yeah, re-destro was like, nah, man, maybe he ain't the one. I think he may have destroyed Maki.
Nah.
Oh, maybe not.
Maki's gonna like him now. Alright, here's the scene where he steps in the Lego.
Is this the meme?
Oh, he did get his legs.
His hair is white, though. Well, his hair is other. No, it hasn't been that white.
No, not that white. His hair got a little gray after he killed his family.
Mm.
Oh, you're about to wipe them all out. He reversed it? What kind of quirk awakening did he just have? He wants to put Shigaraki as that guy now?
Oh. So now he's gonna make him the leader.
He's turning into a different form of all forms.
Oh. He's gonna make him serve him or something.
Oh. Then right. Is this the newspaper that's doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, he can create puppets to tell this news. Oh. Yeah. Dude, that's so dangerous.
Mm-hmm. She died?
No, I doubt it. It's the Toga clone, I think, that died.
Mm.
They're like the celebrities of the Liberation Army.
The Paranormal Liberation Front?
Why? Why is he... Oh, man.
We do what we want.
I guess they kind of overlap there. Now he's like a fanboy. Who you were made to be? Is that what he said? This episode did not happen at all like I was thinking was going to happen. So I have a question for you, Devin. Did you expect re-destro to bow down and submit?
Oh, well.
And what do you think about that?
I want to say kind of.
Okay.
Only because we already saw what's going to play out. Like, I kind of figured that eventually they would be on top, but I didn't think it's going to be like that. Did not think it's going to be like that. I guess re-destro seeing how his powers was becoming more like overpowered, and essentially they kind of had, I guess, the same or at least similar mottos of as far as like liberation, believing what they believe, and the villains believing what they believe. You know, I think it was kind of fitting. I think how it kind of came together.
They definitely aligned more than, say, Overhaul and his group.
Right, exactly, yeah.
But in a way, they kind of were similar to him because they both wanted to be both wanted to be the leaders of the underworld. So that's where they.
Yeah, they want to be underground.
Yeah, but here, like you're saying, they both wanted to just do what they wanted to be free. Do what you want with your quirk, but also do what you want in general.
Yeah. So so now they're just gonna be like no one can tell us what to do. We are like the top notch. We say you go, you know. Unless you are an allegiance to us. Like you have to listen to it's like our rules or you die, basically. So yeah, this is getting interesting.
I think it was funny when Makia saw the leader of the Liberation Army, re-destro, bowing down to Shigaraki, and he's like tearing up, thinking it was Master.
Yeah,
and he's like, "All right, so I'll follow you, successor."
Well, I thought that he did some type of like attack that was similar to what All For One did, and that's what made him think. That's what brought him back. Yeah, but I mean, I saw that too. So it makes sense. And now the professor is promising to give him the power that he promised him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking the minimum. I'm like, he pretty much completed to a fullest. Like he did what you told him to do. So you better like, even though like I'm not rooting for the villains, but I'm saying like if he did what he told him to do, they didn't do it partly. He did it fully.
Yeah, and in reality, if that's a minimum requirement, that's a high bar to meet.
Yeah, exactly.
And beating re-destro the way he did, it feels to me like that's how he could have just taken out Makia. Because I mean, they're not the same, and I'm not sure the full extent of Makia's abilities.
Right.
But re-destro was huge. He had that buff from the armor, and still his attacks that technically didn't need to be touched. Didn't need to touch Shigaraki. Shigaraki was still able to get around it and could have wiped him out if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah. All he had to do was touch him.
I mean, the man ran away.
Yeah. I mean, that was crazy. Like, Shigaraki was just destroying everything, and he was just running for his life. Just hoping to survive. That part was intense. Like, he just kind of just gave in to the quirk. Like, All For One said. And he just, went ham. So, now I'm worried actually about what the heroes. This is what the heroes have to deal with now. This ain't like the old League of Villains. These people have essentially shattered their limits, and now they have new developed quirks. I feel like it's gonna come to a surprise for them. Maybe. Do you think this is leading up to the movie?
I don't know if this has anything to do with the movie or not. But I mean, you mentioned it, and we mentioned it before. How this is the city that he destroyed, just purely. And the fact that originally I thought it was Makia that did it. I did not think he was, but they showed it here. He literally crumbled the whole city, which is insane. But now that leads me to think two things. I'll ask you the question first, and then we'll come back to a theory that I might have. How do you think this will look? Or who do you think would be the first hero to awaken their quirk? Or has? Yeah, who do you think is going to be the first hero to awaken the quirk? And I'm specifically thinking of the UA students.
Well, I'll say Medora's kind of already started awakening. I would say Midoriya for sure.
Okay.
I want to also say probably Todoroki, because he's training with his father, and he's trying to teach him, I think, Prominence Burn or some type of technique that he learned. So, but one of those two, I'll say the first. I'm curious about Bakugo. I don't know. I don't know about him. To me, he's the type of person that adapts. Like, I'm gonna use it. Like kind of like Goku and Vegeta,
Okay.
You see Goku, he's always the stronger one.
Yeah.
Vegeta adapts to his level, and then usually gets stronger a little bit, and then it's kind of like a climb.
To me, it's interesting because I don't even know if I would recognize if someone else's quirk awakened based off of the type of quirk they have. For like Shigaraki, it's easy to see. Before, He was not able to destroy a whole city like that. He never saw that, and now he is. With Midoriya, maybe it's because he'll be able to use his punch, kind of like what we saw when he was saving Eri.
Yeah.
Right? But like someone like Mineta, what would that look like?
Yeah.
Quirk Awakening. I don't know, and maybe it is going to be recognizable. Maybe all of a sudden it can do something else. I don't know. Maybe it's recognizable. But now my theory is thinking. We remember Stain saying how. I'm going back to Stain now. Stain, who was all like, there are no true heroes left, and he points to All Might. All Might's the true hero, right? Do you think that's because All Might, in a way, was free, like Shigaraki was? Because he had nothing holding him back, kind of, sort of. He did what he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And what he wanted to do was purely to save people, to make people smile, to bring them comfort.
Right.
And because he was able to do that, because maybe his quirk was awakened, and that's why he was so powerful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, kind of going back to what you just said. Like, he would selflessly just go and save people, and, he would do what he needed to do. Mm-hmm. But he stood by what he believed in. And this is another side. The villains are doing what they believe in, too. But it all goes back to their childhood. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like All Might, he grew up wanting to be a hero and wanted to protect people. Sometimes I wonder if the same would have been for them, too, for the villains, but they just had unfortunate circumstances. Yeah, I think that's the same across the board. If you really think about it, it's just the way they grew up everyone grew up was kind of different. Like, for example, you have Toga. She just wanted to be friends, and then that could have grown to wanting her to just protect everyone, But now it just led her to like a twisted version of trying to kill people.
I guess I'm thinking of someone like Endeavor, and although Endeavor's worked super hard, he could never catch up to All Might, and I think that was something that held him back. And now in like season 4, we've seen him do stuff that he wasn't doing previously in earlier seasons. But that was after a conversation that he had with All Might, and like, what does it take to be a true hero? What is this? And All Might's like, it looks different for everybody. Yeah. And so that's what I'm thinking is maybe we saw kind of like an image of like what it would look like for a hero to have a quirk awakening, because Endeavor wasn't flying before. Now he is. Well, he went past his limits with the Prominence Burn. Yeah. And so I'm just curious. Yeah, it's hard to tell because sometimes they never introduced a quirk awakening till now. So for all we know, we could have seen it. Yeah. And then another thing is like with All Might, in my mind and the story's mind, he's like the greatest hero ever. But history, people are quick to forget their history. So All Might's master, she could have been, or the predecessor, she could have been the greatest hero in history. But then you go back and the previous successor could have been the greatest hero in history. And it's just, exactly. We just forget because we remember, what have you done for me lately? Yeah. And so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this earlier. I've always wondered if other quirks had successors. It makes you think, right? Like, if Midoriya's the one that has it, is he the only one, So maybe someone like on the villain side along the line use it for good, and then someone along the line also use it for evil on the hero side too, and it was used for good,
Yeah, that actually reminds me of what we were previously talking about last week, and how some people born to be villains because of the way they're raised and stuff like that. Yep. Looking at his childhood after what happened to his family, or what he did to his family, it reminds me of now Eri. Yeah. Eri actually, I think they said, killed members of her family because she reversed the time. Yeah. And it took them out. And then she lived with a guy who was actually abusing her. And when she left and roamed the streets, kind of like Shigaraki, she actually came across two heroes. Yeah. Two of the greatest heroes in the universe. And that literally changed her life. Now, she always seemed like a nice kid anyways. Right. Because she saved their life in that moment, what she thought. Because she's like, well, Overhaul's going to kill you. Yeah. So I have to save you. I don't know if Shigaraki would have done that. But I thought that was cool to see. Very similar childhoods. And maybe it is because they are different people too. But also they had... one of them came across the heroes and one of them didn't. And now one of them is being raised, and most likely I would assume would be some type of hero in the future. Yeah. And the other one's a villain. Exactly. So it just kind of just depends how they lived, or like their childhood. Like Eri could have definitely been a villain, like growing up, if he never met Midoriya or any of them. It just goes to show, Shigaraki, if he met someone early on, because that's what he was longing for. If he could have met someone early on, he could have changed. But I mean, maybe, I think it's probably too late, actually, but maybe... Oh, yeah, I think it's too late. Something might happen to where... I think at this rate, he would need
No, I don't think there's
This
any
isn't
change.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Right? You're not gonna
I don't
bring
think
back
there's
Orochimaru,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he's gonna be someone who the village is like, all right, we can have you here. We'll just watch you. No.
Nah. Yeah. This
is the real world.
Yeah, I think this is over.
Yeah.
This whole Liberation Army, or new, what is it called? The new Liberation Army, I guess, is now in effect. Yeah, so I don't know what the UA students are gonna do, like Midori and them, because they're gonna need some type of awake. Like I think, yeah, you just need some type of awakening.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to in the next few weeks actually jumping in back to the heroes, so we can see what they've been doing, what the other heroes did, because like you're saying, we need them. We need it now.
I still think about that one episode where Deku was like, this is like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
When they had that Christmas thing. Yeah.
I still think someone's dying.
Yeah. Dude, I think someone's gonna die. That's what it looks like. Like, and also, I'm wondering about where All For One is. What is he up to? Like, obviously he's in jail, but like, it's the whole plan to try to get him out.
And if that's what Shigaraki wants, then yes. I don't know if he actually wants that right now.
No.
Because he hasn't indicated that at all.
Yeah. But it's weird because we still see All For One kind of in the picture.
Yeah. They've been showing him a lot, so it could be.
So it sounds like they're hinting something. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what happens, because another thing that I'm excited to look forward to is what Shigaraki is going to ask of the new doctor.
Yeah.
And we still haven't seen that new scene where he was, shocking.
Yeah, and then he was like screaming, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we know Nomus are going to be involved. We know somehow the doctor's going to be involved testing his body. There's a whole lot of stuff and not a lot of time. Because I think it's 26 episodes. So what do we got? 2 episodes left?
Yeah. It probably won't show up to next.
2 episodes left, yeah.
Yeah. A lot to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Thank y'all for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to check out our social media accounts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode reaction and review.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Rumble. And if you like us, you can follow our friends on YouTube as well. You have Jfrizl, Clammy, and Bloxtun for gaming, Richard Latin for short films, Ortex 08 for sermons, and Thought You Should Know podcast that discusses all things mental health.
With that said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.